Hello and welcome back, I'm Statman Dave, and today we're going to be looking at 5 strikers Manchester United should sign this season. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like the goddamn video and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any of this great content. Anyway, let's get this party started. In a recent interview, Gunnar Solskjær spoke about summer departures and future recruitment. Of course, we let Alexis and Romelu go, and you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that it's a forward that next time we're going to recruit. We're looking for some creativity and goals. So on that thought, here's 5 strikers Manchester United should sign. The first guy on this list, who United were in for in the summer and arguably should have signed back then, Mario Mandzukic. The Croatian is the perfect temporary signing to fill the striking void at United and draws similar comparisons to Zlatan Ibrahimovic's arrival at the club in 2016. He's the perfect professional, works hard on and off the pitch. He's been directly involved in at least a goal every other game in the Bundesliga, La Liga and Serie A. On top of that, he's not just a flat track bully. Mandzukic has scored some big goals. Of his career 187 goals, Mandzukic has scored 56 match winners. And the ability to step up and score on the big stage is something that you can't have too much of. He's available after Juventus, of course, want to cut their wage bill down, the signings of Ramsey, Ronaldo, all those guys, and it's suggested that Old Trafford is his preferred destination. On top of that, he's a versatile player, capable of playing on the left as a wide target man, as well as through the middle, either as a striker or even a second striker, making those runs from deep. And at 33, he wouldn't have an impact on the long-term development of Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial and Mason Greenwood, so a move does make sense. Next up is 23-year-old Moussa Dembele. The French centre-forward has scored goals everywhere, from scoring 15 goals and registering 7 assists in the Championship at 18 to being directly involved in 40 goals in 53 SPL appearances for Celtic before the age of just 21. He got his move to Lyon last season for just €22 million, scoring 15 goals and registering 4 assists in just 2017 Liga minutes. Dembele has the potential to be a complete forward. He's got the strength, the physique to operate like a target man, as well as the pace to get in behind. But he can operate as an advanced forward as well. His technical ability is improved in some sort of respects, better linking up the play and creating for his teammates. But he operates at his best when he's just tasked to score goals as a poacher, looking to run off the last line or waiting in the box to get on the end of crosses or finishing those tap-ins. Dembele is very much a Solskjær striker, a forward with the pace and intelligence to run the channels, but who wants to score those easy goals from inside the box. Since moving to Liga, Dembele has got an impressive conversion rate of 21%, which is the same as Lacazette's Liga conversion rate of 21%. Since moving to the Premier League, Lacazette's chance conversion has dropped by 2.5% to 18.5%, which is still very good. If Dembele were to move to United, it's reasonable to expect him to score around 18% of his shots. Still only 23, Dembele has plenty of time to improve. Even if he weren't to start every game, his poaching instinct could see him come off the bench and still have an impact. A smarter acquisition could be signing Celtic's replacement for Dembele, Odsonne Edouard. In 96 appearances for Celtic, Edouard has scored 41 goals and registered 17 assists, a rate of a direct goal involvement every 102 minutes. Edouard has a similar profile to Dembele and would be cheaper and a younger alternative and could be further moulded by Solskjær. On to striker number 3, the man who's taken up the goal scoring reins at Lille from the departed Nicolas Pepe, Victor Osimhen. The Lille frontman burst onto the scene at the 2015 Under-17s World Cup in Chile. He scored 10 goals in just 7 games, leading Nigeria to their 5th title. Osimhen won the Golden Boot and Silver Ball. This led to a move to the Bundesliga with Wolfsburg. He stayed in Germany for 2 seasons, then moved to Charleroi in Belgium, where his career kicked off. He scored 20 goals in 36 games for Les Zebras, which earned him a move to the north of France. At Lille, Osimhen has continued his fine goal-scoring form, scoring 6 goals and registering 2 assists in 8 Liga games, being directly involved in 73% of the Great Danes' goals. In terms of styles, Osimhen is an advanced forward, similar to Moussa Dembele, who likes to play in the channels, usually starting from the left centre-back, either making runs across the defensive line to receive a pass out wide, alternatively, just looking to get in behind the centre-backs and becoming a direct threat. Osimhen's strengths lay in and around the penalty area, his movement and his ability to get a shot away makes him a very dangerous striker in the box. Osimhen is an explosive player, not in terms of pure pace, but reaction and acceleration like a sprinter. He absolutely explodes off the mark, which gives him a head start against the defender, giving him that slight edge to get the ball and get a shot away on goal. In terms of finishing, he looks to set himself up with the first touch and then get a shot away. Take both of his goals against Saint Etienne. Both two-touch finishes, both making a move in behind the defence and then dropping off to collect a cross before setting himself with one touch and then finishing low with the other. Osimhen isn't a clinical striker like a Lewandowski, but his movement gets him a high number of chances. More like an Aubameyang style striker. High number of chances, but not that clinical. If we look at his two chances he had against Ajax in the Champions League, he probably should have scored twice. One, a reactionary chance in the penalty area, the other really good movement, positioning himself in the space on the back post and heading wide. With maturity and work on his finishing game in training, he'll be putting those chances away. In terms of when he's playing with his back to goal, Osimhen would offer a much different product to what United have. A player that can handle the ball into the feet with the defender on his back, ready to link the play. His assist for Remy versus Strasbourg was an example of him being used as a pivot point. Xhaka fired the ball into Remy's feet, he flicked it inside, Osimhen one touch, spotted the gap, got his head up and played a fantastic pass through the angle. He would though have to work on receiving the ball from the wide areas, where at times sometimes he loses the ball when it's passed from those wide areas inside. Osimhen is a very talented forward, but not the finished product and would fit Solskjær's recruitment model. The fourth striker is former Arsenal Academy graduate 20-year-old Daniel Malam, and has been in red-hot form since joining PSV Eindhoven in 2017. Malan scored 13 goals in 22 appearances for PSV's under-21s before moving to their senior side. He's made 31 appearances in the 2018-19 season, but just played 968 minutes. Despite being in and out of the side, Malan scored 10 goals and registered 4 assists. This season, he stepped up again, scoring a goal a game in the Eredivisie, including 5 against Vitesse, and scoring on his international debut for the Netherlands. Malan is a talent, but he's still quite raw. He's very much a front-to-goal striker. Whilst he's good in possession, coming off the line as an option to allow the side to progress the ball and move it a little bit quickly, he doesn't hold the play up. If he can't shift the ball on with 1 or 2 touches, Malan will look to turn and run at the defender, getting himself in shooting range. He's very fast and uses his pace to stretch the pitch, looking to move into the channels where possible, something we know that Ollie looks for in his forwards. Very much right-footed, Malan prefers to moving to the left channel, looking to run onto a pass from deep. In the final third, he looks to cut the ball onto his right foot and get a shot away. However, he's not afraid to cut back and shoot with his left. His electric pace in behind and confidence in himself means he can create something out of nothing, as seen by his goal against Sporting. Sporting in attack misplace a pass. The number 10 goes straight over the top to Malan to run onto. Sporting hold him up on the edge of the box, so Malan shifts and finishes. A great goal that he's got no right to score, created by his mobility and technique. United could sign Malan as a 3rd or 4th choice striker, getting his minutes in cup competitions with a view in the future to make the striking position far more competitive at Manchester United. His mobility and young age has seen him get minutes on the flanks as well. Last season in the Eredivisie, Malan was directly involved in 7 goals in 392 minutes from the left and directly involved in 3 goals in 121 minutes on the right, and that versatility will allow options to rotate positions. Something we've seen in games between the left winger and striker in the Premier League this season with Rashford and Martial. But the final striker and the guy Manchester United should be signing is 19-year-old Erling Braut Haaland. The lad has it all. He's a man mountain, standing at 6'4" with the strength to boot. He's seriously quick as well. Off the ball, he presses intensely, whilst on the ball, he can play with his back to goal, link up play, or face the goal and put chances away. Basically, at 19, Haaland is a true complete forward. He likes to pick up the ball in between the lines, using his strength to hold off pressure before passing to teammates. Where possible, he uses his pace to get in behind before finishing with his left foot. In the final third, Haaland picks up pockets of space in the box before using his power to get on the end of crosses. He's a multifaceted striker, a combination of Jamie Vardy's tenacity and off-the-ball work and ability to get in behind, with Harry Kane's physicality, technique and finishing. RB Salzburg set up in either a 4-2-2-2 or a 3-5-2 under Jesse March. With a focus on counter-pressing and playing fast attacking football, Haaland is perfect for this style. Ole has spoken about the 4-2-2 in interviews, and it could be his long-term vision for Manchester United. The big Norwegian striker would add something different to United's striking department. Off the ball, he presses well, looking to close down either the centre-back and stop them building up. Whilst if the wingers have gone and press, Haaland covers them and protects the pass into midfield, helping to box off their opponents or force them to kick the ball long. On the ball, the Norwegian international always looks for possession, either shaping for passes into his feet or looking to run in behind. What's interesting about Haaland is he's happy to do the hard yards for the team, often making overlapping runs to create space for his teammates. This is summed up by his third goal against Wolfsberger. Salzburg are on the counter-attack with Hwang. The Korean has a single defender to beat, supported by Haaland and a teammate. As he moves towards goal, Haaland makes a curved overlapping run, forcing the defender to cover the pass, creating space for Hwang to cut in and put in Haaland to finish. On top of all of this, prowess as a striker in Salzburg's 4-2-2-2, Haaland is capable of interchanging positions with the left winger from the inside channel, looking to either put balls into the box or delivering from out wide. He's a perfect vertical striker in every sense, and his different abilities would allow him to excel at United and be an excellent addition for Ole's team. He dreams of being the best in the world, but has planned out his career with his father and agent. When he was at Molde, Haaland rejected offers from Juventus and Bayer Leverkusen because Salzburg were the better fit for his career at that time. He's also got aspirations of being a better Premier League player than his father, who played 181 times for Nottingham Forest, Man City and Leeds. And linking back up with his old Molde manager could protect the striker's career as he furthers his development. Funnily, when Haaland was at Molde, Solskjær made comparisons to another striker. He can become a top striker for sure. He reminds me of a type of striker Lukaku is. And with a Lukaku type player that Solskjær can mould himself. He's already scored 17 goals and registered 4 assists in 10 appearances for Salzburg this season, directly adding 6.6 shots per game. Manchester United would very well be back on their way to competing for trophies if Haaland is signed. But anyway guys, what do you think? Which striker should United sign? Get into the comments below. I've been Statman Dave. Subscribe if you're new. See you later. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out some more content on the Statman Dave YouTube channel.